All right, well, the ever-important pistol round.
Yeah, as we've said before, whoever wins the pistol round is generally guaranteed to then pick up the second round, as there's no real perks for losing after that first round. But
unless you're Spear and you go for a force.
yeah, right. And so this time around, it looks like the spike hasn't been picked up and carried out yet, but we do have Babo peeking out over here towards B main.
We'll confirm at least somebody peeking in main.
Ooh,
yeah.
Great kill there by Selig.
Sounds Aka won, so. Good opening kill. Second Hawk not going to get any kind of audio confirmation as Nez starts creeping up through bench, making his way to market where he will clash with Babo. Ghost versus Classic. The Classic comes out on top.
Yeah, Nez gets the kill there onto Babo. We've got the Cypher over here for Persia. Up at the A site. Now the Aldrone coming in here should signal that there is some interest in attacking. A great play there by Risk getting the kill. Persia takes out Supply.
Yeah, they won't get the dart on him, so they can't track his position. Should have seen him on the drop. Dart's not going to get the spot. Oh, he takes a couple shots, doesn't get the hit, but gets a nice dink through in the end onto Felix. Can't get the finish, though. The Ghost at that range will allow him to come out on top. Shock Dart will get the finish.
Oh, that was sick. Great shot there by Haya. Risk now coming around the corner. Selig hiding from behind. Good kill.
There. Yep, good job coming through the window. And that's first round for GOMA. A little bit earlier, and it would have been the interruption on the spike plant, but given how the rest of it went, wouldn't have been round winning by any means here for the side of TUBEPLE, but would have bought them a little bit of extra time, could have slowed down the pace maybe a little bit more. But either way, it's a good start for GOMA. We'll see a Sheriff here for Aka 1. He starts off with this. So going for a little hefty investment.
Yeah, I mean, the idea basically is that, if she can get that first kill, even if she takes a little bit of damage, the good thing about Reyna is she can heal back, and then maybe you can try to farm out, slow play it by picking up weapon by weapon. But realistically, this should be an easy victory here for GOMA.
Yeah. I know what some of you are thinking. His name must be AKA1. Caster don't know player name.
I can't believe these casters don't know what AKA means.
We've been instructed that it is in fact Aka 1.
Aka 1.
Before somebody goes and makes a Reddit thread about it, they start spamming in the Twitch chat. This is what I've been told, and this is what I will say.
So they're lurking outside of A, although it doesn't seem like they necessarily are going to commit. The Jet can always escape out from wine if need be, but pretty comfortable as TUBEPLE right now. They're going to actually go ahead and try to poke and take a fight. Oh, you kidding me?
Oh, that's a slaughter.
Absolute massacre. A site now exposed. Spike soon to be planted. Another fight is taken over here up into heaven.
And that's just 800 burned for not much of anything. Can't get the hits in to try to get the finish. Selig walking away with his armor and full HP bar intact.
Rounds like this really exhibit why we do see players lurking outside of sites for so long there, because stuff like that does happen where you see a team be like, you know what, let's poke. Yeah. Let's come out here and see if we can get some kills, and they were completely shot down from behind.
Yeah, well prepped, a good read. Now rifles in the hands here on the side of TUBEPLE, but Selig, I mean, already Bladestorm online, so we'll have that if they happen to end up losing this round. You can just go ahead, get the Bladestorm out, try to turn the tides of a fight.
Okay, so this is the important round here for TUBEPLE, a round where they can get the Vandals and the Phantoms here, and try to win this back. Here we've got outside of B main, an encroaching GOMA team trying to come in. They could end up getting flanked here by Aka 1, though.
Yeah, very aggressively positioned. Just going to be the tailwind forward. Double Cloudburst down to shut the door to market. Persia in the back. Hasn't been spotted yet. Now they will go ahead and call it his location as Nez does die. Hawk gets the blind. Will expire.
Ooh.
He mows down one. He gets a dink in.
Aka 1 there with a kill on Supply. Felix fires a shock bolt. The spike has not been planted. It's actually stuck up on the high ground of B. Not an easy area to get to when you're already occupying the bottom here.
Yeah.
And right now, Felix, I think, pinned down here is going to be killed off as we have our first TUBEPLE win on the board.
Yeah, very nicely done. And with limited casualties, only Persia falling at the end. But like you said, I mean, the spike getting dropped in that kind of position, there's really not going to be any kind of way to recover it. It's going to be a hard angle held by TUBEPLE defensively.
Right.
You'd have to updraft or boost off the box. So you have to move out into the open to make that happen. So it's just rough as soon as that gets dropped up there by Nez. But really wonderfully done there by Persia, just getting the hits in.
Yeah, again, that Cypher so good at controlling these spike sites. This time around, we do have the Jet ulti being procced, very common in around 4 or sometimes even 5. And let's see how they try to play it from here.
Checking wine just to make sure that it's unoccupied.
Yeah, trying to get a read on what exactly is going on out here. Got to be careful as the Jet. It would be unwise to dash in and try to shut the door with that Cypher trap there.
I was going to say, I really like that trap wire setup. Hunter's Fury coming out to try to get Persia out of market. It's not going to get any hits, though, and Selleck has fallen, so the Bladestorm will find no value. Neural Theft getting the spot here on supply. They'll just throw down the dark cover. They don't want to try to deal with peeking this guy. And given his stat lines, I don't blame him.
Omen coming forward now with the spike here.
But this is still... With this rotation around, you can see they're having some indecision, uncertain of which way they want to approach this.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to head back to B. Cypher's got this location pretty well held, but you can see positionally overall at the A site, TUBEPLE is ready to pull away if need be.
Yeah, Cam set up right above the exit of main. Felix chilling. Throws down the shock dart, does not get the hit. Persia keeping himself obscured with that cyber cage. Does he want to push out aggressively? He does. Oh! He finds supply. The rest are there. He mows them all down. Oh, Persia finds 4.
So good.
Unreal.
Wow.
He had taken away the ace, but man, what a play. That was great.
And this is what we were worried about here for GOMA, is TUBEPLE is so strong. I know that they did lose the pistol round and the round right after that, but in truth, the more utilities when they have the guns they need, they are an extremely tough team to fight. Good dodging here by Persia, then sneaks down over here by the house, and the cyber cage usage was just immaculate here.
Yeah, and they don't want to push into it. Supply makes it to the opposite side, then they try to go for the counter push, and it's just goodbye, good night. Absolutely destroying them. Selleck, having used the Bladestorm in the last round, does go for a buy on a Guardian.
So they had to use extra utility to make sure that wine was actually cleared out. We saw that the Jet shot down the Trailblazer, so then the... why am I forgetting the name? What is the name of the bird flash?
Guiding Light.
Guiding Light, thank you. Sent through there. And confirms there's nobody, in fact, in that area. Meanwhile, Cypher still holding B quite nicely here. And this is going to be a slow round here for GOMA. Keep in mind, it is just Sheriff buys all around, so they need to get a really good angle and get their shots off right away. It's going to be tough to have a full-on fight.
Aka once clearing out benches, making sure that nobody had crept up and got tucked into the corner. Nez just behind. Paranoia does not connect, though. Seems like he thought that he would have gotten the hit, tries to take the fight with the Sheriff, and just gets gunned down.
Baba waiting just around the corner. Flash comes through.
Oh, the tailwind doesn't take him out. They're still pushing forward. Risk is in the corner.
They're both
did they not realize?
Yeah, he did not realize.
All right, well, Pods does get that 1 kill. But the spike planted now. Babo comes in, finds supply. Hard angle held here by Selleck with the Guardian, but this is just, yeah, nothing to be done.
Yeah, beautiful close in there. They are going to get the defuse. Spreading that love around there as Asova will close this out, putting the 3rd victory on the board here for TUBEPLE.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just going to, prep them to have the Hunter's Fury up for when Supply uses his lockdown so they can instantly counter that and make sure that they do not get any kind of free entry here onto the sites. So 3 away is Hia. Supply just needs 2 more, and then he'll have the lockdown. So there's a potential to get outpaced him, but this is just hilarious.
Weird moment. Yeah, you can see the Omen was flashed. Didn't know, but then to the sky's surprise, Babo around the corner there.
Oh, dear. Well, GOMA, with rifles yet again, just have the Seekers ready.
They've smoked out B for now. Looks like the Reyna, Aka1 going to try to peek out. Gets a shot off at the turret, but that draws the fire away, allowing Seelig to get the kill.
Yeah, way too aggro. Seelig ready for that flank angle coming out of B main. So punishes the Reyna. Bit of hubris there for Aka1. Well, they're getting the feeling that this is going to be an A hit. They want to leave the Cypher alone. So they do send Risk over,
Yeah, this
but
is a tough call here for TUBEPLE, but I think they've definitely got a bad read on this. They're going to realize pretty quickly with all the utility coming out that this is going to be a push into the B site. And so as good as Cypher is at controlling these areas, when he's smoked out like that, all you can do is try to spam shots. Nez instead gets the kill there with that headshot.
yeah, Risk does manage to strike him down and pushing through the smoke yet again is Selig finding the kill. Making his way up top, getting situated outside of Market. Dart comes in, that's going to spot Risk. They go for the peek. Risk finds the headshot though. 2v3 with Supply down to 70 health and no armor. They're going to look for it.
Okay, Supply just around the corner, behind the arch.
Oh, steps right into that spray. And there's the finish on Risk. Very nicely done by GOMA.
Yep, tied up 3-3 now. But TUBEPLE is not going to be hurting as far as funds go. They'll be able to buy their way into some good rifles. In fact, we even see Babo this time around going for the op.
Oh,
no?
okay. He's thinking better of it. Just saying, no. Maybe it's too risky.
I think he might be getting it in the following round, round 8, assuming they win.
Don't want to be in a position where somebody else, where they have to do, you know, 2 buys for their teammates, because both he and Risk are going to be a little bit lower than everybody else as far as the cash is concerned.
Okay, here we got Pods. Sends out the Trailblazer. And does trigger some of that Cypher utility, softening this area up, but the Jet might be going right into a trap if she's not careful.
Lockdown coming through. He does not have this Hunter's Fury. He wasn't able to find any kills in the last round, so they're just going to have to wait this out. Yep.
Yeah.
GOMA letting the clock run down just a little bit as Selig gets himself into the smoke, comes around the side, managed to find Risk. Persia doesn't get any hits in onto him. Now he comes out, spots one for just a moment, but it's enough time to finish off Aka 1. Persia, however, back into the fight, out of Market, finding 2 kills. Makes this a 3v3.
Selig is insane in these games. The shots he's able to get off here. Now Persia's position is exposed. Supply going to spam some shots in there. Does not connect with his target.
Cloudburst is gone. Persia re-peeking. Dangerously low. There's out the other cyber cage, but Supply does manage to find the kill. Holding this hard angle now on the right. Nez will find one. Felix finds the other. And GOMA will take the lead 4-3.
Hey, man. GOMA's doing it. GOMA's now taking the lead. They were the underdog coming into this. And I'll tell you what, TUBEPLE definitely thankful they did not confirm that up going into this round. That would have been a huge loss for them. They do still have funds to rifle back into this round.
This is just a great push. Selig is playing around these Omen smokes incredibly well. So just gets himself into the dark cover, and then just his peak timings have been absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, Selig has been really delivering here for his team.
Yeah, I mean, he's got double anybody else's skills right now.
Yeah, and now we're going to go into a round where Selig does have the ulti ready. Not sure they want to push. It's a very forward defended B site for now. Although this Trailblazer will probably force them to relocate.
Sees both, yeah. So, they continue to hold the angle. Hawk doesn't get a blind. So Pods is continuing to cheat forward. Babo actually tailwinded out to check doorway. Doesn't manage to see anything. Now Pods peeking in, spots it. Babo doesn't want to take the fight. He's thinking better of it. And for pretty good reason.
Selig coming forward now. You can see basically this site fairly exposed now. The Cypher though fires through. Persia amazingly does a blind shot, gets the kill. Babo now raining down terror, kills on Pods. Persia with a kill on Phoenix. And it's not going to be easy now for Nez.
Yeah, I mean, had vision on him there. Did Persia. Gets a shot as the trapwire, I believe, is what revealed him. So was able to just spray through that smoke to get the kill. Almost finds Nez, but Babo is there for the finish. Supply just trying to hold it down, but Babo tags him in the skull. That's going to be 4-4, so very tight-knit ascent yet again.
Yeah, truly a back and forth here. Is that Omen really going to go with the shorty? How cool. So goes in, gets that defuse, tying this up in what has become such a back and forth match. Again, TUBEPLE, we thought they would come into this and possibly crush. Now we're seeing that's not the case.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a rougher start here. He just now really having that Hunter's Fury available, can hold it for a very long time if he decides that that's necessary. But yeah, Persia, see, had the vision there. Barely saw a pixel of Felix's head, but still managed to grab it.
Yeah, looks like we should have an attack over here onto the A site. Funding-wise, both sides still able to get their Phantoms, get their Vandals. And immediately picks that turret off. And this is a switch around, by the way. The Cypher is now covering A, where B is going to be where the majority of the agents are at. Now, seeing the Cypher here should tell them that there's not as many agents over there, and that may allow them to try to come in and do a full-on attack. You never have a heavy agent stack with Cypher on the side.
Yeah, they do a hawk check into Wine to make sure that's going to be clear. Pod's now trying to check out over towards Tree. Selig takes just a smattering of damage from Persia. Flying through the smoke, does manage to find Pods. Will be traded out swiftly as Risk falls. Dart doesn't go through, so they don't have extended vision of Selig.
Oh, Nez gets the jump onto Persia. Looks like almost Shroud stepped over to the other side of the door.
He's thinking about whether or not he wants to go shut that.
This is not a planted spike yet, by the way, guys. They're basically still fighting to get into full control of A. Good wallbang there by Supply, getting the kill on Aka 1.
I mean, how much more do they need, really? They want the door to be shut so they don't have any kind of crossfire spam coming through to get a random kill like we saw, happen to Pods, I guess. So they wait that out. They do manage to safely get it. Shock Dart going a bit too far, slight misread on that position. As he pushes forward, will find Supply, but now he's all on his lonesome and he's chunked out.
Yeah, this looks like it should be a loss here. Trying to wallbang through. Selig once more with the kill. And GOMA's up right now, 5-4, as we enter the twilight of the first half.
Yeah, 3 more rounds to go in the half, and this really could go either way. At the moment, it could just end up being another 6-6 like we saw before. But, yeah, I mean, these teams, they're just kind of like picking a spot and committing to it. GOMA here on these attacks. So the rounds, like, we've already flown through 9 of them.
Yeah. Actually, it feels like things are going extremely quickly here, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what they do this time. Dart going out to check into mid. Scout bench doesn't spot anything. Some dark covers being used defensively by Risk to cut off that market access as well as a main. I mean, it's a 3-person stack here for TUBEPLE over on A. So if they decide to execute hard and fast onto this B side, it could become costly, but they're actually going to rotate the spike back around.
Yeah, they're going to courier this up into A. There is a double duel set here of the Jet and the Reyna, which are both very good if they both hold an angle together, but the Reyna's going to move away, leaving just the Jet.
Oh no, this is a misread. The peak getting ready to come through. Babo, he sets up one, he tailwinds out.
Beautiful play there.
Is that going to be enough? Yeah, they're going to start to go ahead and rotate back over.
They may not be totally clear if Wine is occupied or not, but they're just going to go for it anyways. The Reyna going to come back into the mix. Babo with the kill there on Selig before Pods takes him out.
Oh, but Pods finds 2. Aka 1 also going to be falling. Yeah, pushing forward there on Heaven. Did manage to find 1. Now he's going to be using the Hunter's Fury.
It's like, got to use that to shoot down the Seeker. So funny. So the spike's planted right now. TUBEPLE Gaming's outnumbering them. Felix around the corner here.
They need to get this kill.
This is so important.
Felix could find 2. He's looking for it. Can't quite get the transfer onto Persia.
Clutch play by Persia. Persia now pushing through the door. Sky right now waiting in hell.
It's all on Pods. Way too risky to use any of his utility, and even with it, even without it, I should say. Whew. Kill will come in, and yet again, tied up 5-5. It's Persia. Hand this over to Hia, trying to get that next Hunter's Fury online, but I don't know if he's not gonna have enough time, realistically, unless he absolutely pops off in one of these final rounds.
Yeah,
so this lockdown from Supply, yeah, they just got a free lockdown.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's no way to prevent this lockdown. And so where do you go? We have different approaches for different lockdown sites, but B main is oftentimes a very easy one.
Yeah. Yeah, the A setup on the attack is not good for the entry because you use it in the cubby right next to the ult orb, but it doesn't cover the full site. You can still hug that back right corner on Heaven. You can hug into Hell, and you can be okay. But it seems like they may still want this to be the spot. Babo again.
I guess we're not gonna have lockdown this round.
Yep. All right, save it for last.
Babo gonna spam some shots. Oh, excuse me, that's Aka 1 spamming some shots up there.
Oh, it's such a smart check, but he just doesn't have the angle right.
Yeah. They are correct in that somebody's up there. These Omen smoke comboed with the updraft from the Jet is not actually that uncommon, but so far, oh, hold on. If they peek out correctly.
Selig? Okay. Never mind. He just died, that's all that happened. And they will pull back after using these cloud bursts to get a little bit of a one-way. Just to cover them on the retreat. Spike still sitting here, and 3v5, this is really, really rough for GOMA.
All right, they're going to go ahead and commit to A now. This is a very well-covered site here. The smokes are going to alert the Reyna that this is where they're going to come in. Flash comes down, Sky gets the kill there. Pod's taking out Aka 1, and then Haya as well.
Pod's finding 3 now. Needs to pull off an ace if they want to win this round and take it up to 6. The Spike drop back here at the entrance.
Oh, get the Spike.
He wanted to see if there's going to be anybody waiting in the smoke, and now he is very wary, as that door, I was going to say, did not get shut.
Okay, so that's going to alert them that.
Yeah, I was going to say rush it. Oh, but
oh, doesn't quite get it. I think it does a little bit of damage there. Spike gets planted. They'll get the points for that in a 2v1.
Ooh. I'm surprised that they just didn't go for the rush as the Spike was getting planted. They tag Pods down 28. Oh, this will take a miracle, and he just cannot pull it off. Excellent
job there, going for a split on each side of the generator, really just making it impossible there for this guy to get that. I think you're right, though. I think you go for the rush the moment you hear that door get shut. That switch is on the opposite side from where you need to walk through, so you're not completely safe.
I mean, granted, neither are you. I guess, you know, if as you go out for that push, there's a chance that you get mowed down and, you know, could just lose out on it. But I like to, you know, I too like to live dangerously. So they don't do it, but they get it done in the end. So now TUBEPLE looking to close it out with a 7-5 record here in the first half. Purchases are still there, though. The lockdown is still available, as well as a Hunter's Fury. So there's a lot that GOMA can utilize to get themselves set up here.
We do have the Odin over here on the Cypher, over at B. Not that B is going to be taken.
Lockdown.
Here we go. So the lockdown is in use. Now, this doesn't entirely clear out the A side.
Like I said, like, Babo's just going to sit here. He's going to wait for them to start peeking out. Has to use several knives, actually, to clear the drone. So not going to be the most ideal thing, but the door will get shut. They make their way in onto the site. Babo actually gets detained.
Yep.
Obviously, he's safe. They can just wait this out, but not ideal. Especially when you have 4 in heaven.
Yeah, pretty tricky location to try to take. Everybody in heaven right now. And it looks like they're going to try to sync up all their utility together. Around the corner. So like blinded.
Spotting him out. Another Hawk comes flying. Babo finds one. Start spotting out a few of the others.
Oh, they're doing a great job of hiding. And there's the head of Jet, but that shoots down Babo from the sky. Aka 1 taking out Selig.
Why did he go back to the Vandal?
I can't even believe this.
All right.
Okay, so Hunter's Fury, is this enough to buy time?
That's Persia dead. TP into the back, actually, to cut him off, but it will be Hia who's there first, and
it's
he's
too late.
Not going to be able to get it.
Damn,
so far
6-6.
So very close, but just not enough seconds on the board there for TUBEPLE to have that advantage. So 6-6 tied up in the half.
Yeah, really impressive stuff from both these guys, honestly. I mean, GOMA's really delivering today.
Yeah, they're just going with the aggression, and I can't say more often than not because it's dead even, but it's half the time it's working.
These are much shorter rounds. You know, in our previous thing, we saw a lot of kind of drawn out games, slower starts, but you know, GOMA seemed to really try to pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, decent setup. Really weird from Babo. I really have to criticize that because, I mean, he started things off well. He pushed out after being detained, gets a kill, and then goes for the updraft, and then it had to have been a misclick, right? Because he still had knives left for the Blade Storm.
It was very weird.
Unless he tried to throw a, I don't know. Maybe I got to get a replay because from what I saw, he had knives and then swapped to the Vandal. I didn't notice if he right-clicked.
Yeah.
I was glancing at the minimap for a second, but either way, didn't work out.
This time around, it's going to be TUBEPLE on the offense, and it'll be GOMA just defending. This time, it's going to be the Killjoy over at the B site, so it'll be an agent-heavy A site to start things off with our Omen spotting here in the middle.
Just checking Cubby. Don't spot anyone, as Baba will get fed this charge here.
Aka 1 coming out now. Watching Persia now creep towards here. The Selig is around the corner. Oh my God!
Sees him. Oh man!
Sick! Waiting for that orb for them to come out and try to farm it just when they thought it was safe. It was not.
Brilliantly baited. Flash is good. Pods finds one. But they will get that trade out pretty quickly. So man advantage very much there, as well as the HP advantage for TUBEPLE.
Yeah, TUBEPLE does get the plant now. Let's see the Killjoy come in here from above with the Ghost out. And does get pinged there. That's annoying. Gonna make it harder. Of course, you can fire through that box on the left.
Fly, finding one, but the Shock Dart finishes him off. The cleanup is there. TUBEPLE, the solid start here in the second half. They get the pistol round.
And probably guaranteed this next round coming up, unless there's a real plot twist here in our rounds tonight.
Sometimes it happens, you know, even with classics in hand. Wouldn't be the first time that it's occurred, but it is extremely unlikely. Aka 1 is doing that Arena thing where he's just going to be going straight in for a Phantom in the second round. So wants as much firepower as he can possibly get. But this was just fantastic footwork from Persia.
Great kill over there. Persia with a Cyber Cage getting that headshot on Nez. Very good to see. This time we have a switcheroo over into the B site. Killjoy is deep back inside of B, although, of course, this is not a round where she had a lot of utility to begin with. And so the turret actually wins that fight and drives the agent back.
You win this time.
Yeah, damn you, turret. That's going to be the MVP. We're going to have to interview the turret when this is done.
Well, that lone turret is enough to stave them off and send them packing to A, which is completely unoccupied.
Yep, a naked A site, but sometimes we see risks like this taken when you are just outmanned and outgunned.
I mean, GOMA they can't wrap their heads around just the sheer terror that was instilled into TUBEPLE by that single sentry. So,
now see if they just left the turret back here, it would drive them back out to B.
Exactly.
So we're going to have that spike plant come in now at the A site, and I mean, I don't know, what are you going to do? They're going to try to come in here with their classics. It's probably not going to work. It would really take a miracle.
Well, let's see if they can pull it off. Flash not going to be able to find anything. Yeah, just waiting for now. As his dart lineup. Push up on the back of the Paranoia. The kills not quite flying in as early as we might have anticipated, but still does lead to 2. Now 4. Babo. Woo! Okay. Yeah, what a combo. Fantastically done. I mean, granted, there's no return fire. They can't even really try to spray back with the classics. So the round went about the way that we anticipated, but with a bit more hilarity.
Yeah, kind of ending in a funny way back there. Great spray transfer there from Babo. Now we go to match number 3. I guess we're going to rewatch this. He had a little bit of a hard time at the start trying to get any kills here, but after the reload, he was able to clean it up. Kind of a difficult angle for them to deal with, but really great blind there from the Omen. Yep.
Just perfect timing. Aka just wants to clear out the main. Does so. An extra Lear now coming through. That blinds that pesky turret. Now they can take it down.
Right, they get the revenge on that. Go ahead and go over the house here. B-site is in fact not with any of defending agents here. And GOMA is getting the runaround right now. They cannot get into this area.
Aka 1 spraying through the smoke, does manage to find a kill, but Selig responding in kind. Drone going to be finished off and risk TPing out into main. As he does, he doesn't quite make it around the corner, so Supply is able to get the kill. It will be a 3v3, but they're playing against a Blade Storm. Supply is quite low on HP.
Ooh!
Dart spotting, but I mean, Spectre not going to be great for penetration damage, so it doesn't get too much done. There's the headshot on a Supply, looks for the next one. Babo finds Felix, pushes the corner.
Oh, Babo is a savage. Great ending there, gets the kill on the pods. We're up 6-9 right now as momentum is building here for TUBEPLE. They are looking unstoppable when they're in control of the spike.
Yeah, they're really just assertively taking these sites. I mean, granted, you know, the round before last was unoccupied, but it was a good defense. But this one, you know, even footing as far as the guns are concerned for the most part. If not favored for GOMA, given that they have full rifles and there's still some SMGs there for TUBEPLE, but it's just fantastically done. A good entry. Babo, you know, doesn't commit in to try just to shut the door. He sees a Nano Swarm, says, okay, you know what, I'll go clear the site. Somebody else close market. and then he gets the cleanup at the end.
So just now, it's only the Sova here defending. It does seem like it's a little bit trickier on Ascent against a very strong team to have a good balance on both sides defending. Really, a lot of this, even though the gunplay has been impressive from TUBEPLE, it's been victories via positioning ahead of time.
Significantly slower now. Persia just chills back and stares down mid.
It kind of highlights the difference between the two teams, right? I mean, GOMA, when they have the spike, they're much more eager to just get into fights and attack. Where TUBEPLE does seem to be a little bit more disciplined, a little bit more patient, allowing the opposing team to spend a little bit more utility, allowing for opportunities where somebody may be peeking and you can go for a punish that way too. This time around, it's going to be a push into the A site. Only a Sky defending, a Jet not far from A heaven.
Oh, Empress pop now. Aka one looking to push the pace.
Oh.
Baba, however, going to be the first one to find a kill. Persia around the side. Displaces pods, opening up the site even further.
And Cyber Cage so strong over there at the door. Babo gets the plant now as Nez Supply and Felix try to come in here, but already Supply bites the dust.
Yep. And now it's just Felix over here at window. Persia pushes through, finds him, and it's a flawless closeout as TUBEPLE are absolutely running away with this. Not dropping anything here in this half so far. So 4 rounds straight. I mean, economically, just so sound. You know, almost 5K plus on everybody here. There's 100 off from that. It's just brutal.
It is quite the reversal from the first half, I'll say that much. I mean, I really thought GOMA was going to be able to keep that momentum going, but I think the role reversal here is what GOMA is struggling with, is trying to get the right balance and get the right defense here. And Babo's going to try to push in here. They do have the Jet pin there. Great job with the shock dart, gets the kill.
Yeah, I mean, he just lines that up so quickly for him off the back of the call. They say, oh, yeah, you tailwind back left. He gets the shock dart in. They knew that they had ripped him apart. 11 HP, yeah, no problem for the shock dart to finish him off, so they get the kill. Hero Theft now going to be used. Supply just find a risk. Aka one trying to hold things down over on the side. It's eliminated, but Babo, he's still alive, and he is just taking names. Felix, however.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought for a second he was going to turn that around. Crushed there by Haya at the very end. 6-11, Achilleos.
Yeah, and it just seems like there's no end in sight. This was an all-in economically for the side of GOMA. So now back to the Sheriff. So Shorty for selling. They have a lockdown to work with to try to buy a little bit of extra time. But what they really need is for Selig to go big, go hard in the paint here with this Blade Storm, get some kills, and get some guns traded back into their hands. But I mean, just from the start, spotting Selig there was just a death sentence.
Yeah, an unfortunate round there for GOMA. You know, they needed a win, and they could have taken that one, but things really backfired there in the end. Now if TUBEPLE wins this round, it's going to be 12-6, and really GOMA would have to play the perfect map from here on out. Yep. They are going with Sheriffs this time around. I actually did not get to check how many credits were available, but I assume they can probably bank up for rifles in the next round.
Yeah, they're going to have to be all in if they don't win this one. And then from there, like you said, win stick straight. Like TUBEPLE is trying to do right now.
Right. I don't know why that dog animation cracks me up sometimes. Did you hear Artosis talk about how it kind of looks like an Echo the Dolphin, like from the side?
Oh, okay. There's a game that I forgot about.
Yeah. So this time around, it's again a much slower start here. The spike is going to go all the way back through attacker spawn here with the Reyna carrying that forward. Cypher and Omen waiting outside of A long. It is a 3-player split defense, but the Jet going to come around the corner here as Supply is going to try to come in here and meet up. Good kill by Babo. And now is going to instead go over here to B. Yeah. There is a Sova.
They have to rotate around. Oh, he should have seen his foot there for a moment. Yep, he pings it out. He's going to push through the cloud burst, but just can't do it. Shots don't get lined up. Selig, in the meantime, found Persia lurking into A.
Spike now planted here.
Oh.
Good job by Risk getting that back shot there into pods, but the real question is how on earth are these two players going to somehow come in here with a Sheriff and a Shorty?
Do you want the honest answer?
It's not going to happen?
They're not going to.
Okay. Unless
Selig can pop off. He does have this Blade Storm still. Got the reset from killing Persia.
He might be able to get something with a good blade
I
storm.
mean, it's got to be huge. He's got a single updraft. Oh, okay. You know
Never
what?
mind.
This is now every time Selig uses the blade storm, he just dies.
That's what he's got to do to get better, is not use that blade storm anymore.
Just never use your ult.
You're just an agent that can jump around and dash a lot. Okay, that's it. That's the limit of your abilities.
He's been great when it comes down to rifling, but give him some floating knives, and he just.
Yeah, the floating knife play a little bit off here.
I almost said a word that I'm not allowed to say, but he just dies.
So 6 to 12 here. I think the writing's on the wall.
Yeah.
Rifle buys here, and extremely rich two-pull gaming here. Everybody almost at 10K as far as credits go.
I think he saw Nez there for just a second, or at least gives the ping indicating that he thinks there's somebody in the vicinity, and yeah, there you go. Michael One takes the shot, finds the head.
You know, just a few more steps, and I think we're going to be up to that 13.
They're going to rotate into mid. They suspect that there's going to be hard rotations coming through. Pods! Lines up 2.
Persia clutches through with the kill. Killjoy waiting over here by tree.
It's 3 to 3. Selig burning the tailwind just to get himself situated in heaven, and now that's going to be spiked down. He might not be done yet.
Yeah, nasty shot there by Supply. And with the spike maroon today, things are going to be a lot more difficult. But Haya is all the way on the other side.
They are not prepped for this at all. There's nobody watching this angle. He spots one. Supply now going to be spotted. The pinch coming through as they look for it. Supply knows that he's getting ganged up on.
Dude, they're so sick. Okay, they're going to come inside the A site. They're going to shut that door.
Do you just throw the ult? No, he doesn't. Okay.
Good luck, Felix. Now or never. Gets the kill, and it's not enough. 13 to 6.
Right here. GOMA going to be looking to extend it, but I mean, as you can see, unfortunately for GOMA, like they've had a rough time, but this is their map pick, but they still come in with a 38% win rate.
Right.
It's just, you know, from facing tougher opponents in the roads to get here into stage 2. So it's not a good look off the bat.
All right, Bobo continues to peak here. And again, it's going to be a quiet start here for GOMA. Again, they did have such a strong showing when they were attacking. Going even with two-pull here. I think they want to do the same thing and then try to fix all their errors as we go into the second half. But it all starts with the pistol round. The most important round in Valorant is the pistol round, as it sets the pacing for the economics for the rest of the game.
Okay, good curveball. Gets a blind in. Aka One does get punished there. Puts out a decent bit of damage, but you can see Pawns healing that up. Persia, depending on whether or not he wants to try to peek this, but Selig with a really great lurk around from the back. Puts quite a bit of damage in on Tahia as well. Knocks him down to 22 HP. Persia now finished off. Felix with a nice peek over from short, and that just leaves Bobo all on his lonesome versus 4. Good tags on the Supply. Almost gets that kill. Sends out the nade to try to get the finish. Won't be able to do so, but gets the kill.
Bobo is a killer.
Boombot's there. Can he actually do this?
This is insane.
It's 3 HP on Supply. You'll see the drone. He's going to throw out the nade. He's going to be darted. Pulls back over to the side.
Almost. That was so crazy.
He almost has it. He takes him down to 40 HP. There's a great try by Bobo, but even better there by GOMA. Really solid setup. Selig getting himself into the back over towards defender spawn, completely catching Risk off guard with that right click from the classic. Just gets the insta kill. And GOMA, they do manage to start things off with a win.
So as our game continues on, the first victory here, a big one for GOMA. They need to keep that momentum with them. We do have the Phoenix purchasing a Sheriff. We should watch for where he's going to be waiting. It looks like right now he's going to be covering A here with the Omen. But this appears to be a possible push into hookah.
Yeah, this is not super uncommon when you have the Phoenixes. You have the Reynas. We saw Aka One go fairly aggressively forward for the Phantom in the second half to win the pistol round. Very similar stuff as well from Lawrence when he was playing Phoenix in our first set. Selig going to get darted up. Pull that out. Persia puts a little bit of damage in onto him, but nothing that Pods can't fix. Open up the side as he will only eliminate Nez.
Spike now being planted. Omen pushing through elbow here.
Kills coming through. Paranoia is out, but Yeah, even though he gets a blind in the Selig, he heard exactly where he was at, and this is going to be a huge round for him. Gets the finish. 4 kills for Selig. Very hot start for him, and that can be dangerous.
I got to tell you, man, Selig is so disproportionately stronger than the rest of his team. It is crazy the fights he's able to take.
Unless he's using Bladestorm.
Yeah, as long as you just don't let him use his Bladestorm, and he's untouchable.
We'll see if it's the same, if it carries over
Someone
for the
tell him that
showstopper.
guns are better than knives, okay? We figured that out a long time ago. So this time, it is the Spectres here for GOMA, the more stronger Vandals and Phantoms here for TUBEPLE. And what GOMA needs to do here is try to clutch this moment and really ride the momentum. But on paper, TUBEPLE is better. They do have superior equipment.
Babo. Oh,
wait, did he see him?
Oh, okay, doesn't matter. He sees him now. He just gets the one tap.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have another fun little ring around the rosy happen with a cyber cage that we saw Persia pull off.
I was hoping for it. Now ready, prepped to possibly come into A. We'll see the one-way smoke has been set up here. We got the Omen ready. You're basically looking for the feet under the bubble to try to see where their shots are. And you can pretty much recycle these over and over as long as you're only using one dark cover at a time.
Keep around it, do move forward. Hawk goes out, Risk pulls back off the top of the truck, and it will be a spike rotate coming through. This is a little bit of a misread here from TUBEPLE. They're thinking that this is still going to be an A hit after the blind comes through, so they sent Hia away from the site. That nade should give them the indication that this is going to be the push.
Persia, though, pretty clutch in these moments. The spike is dropped.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh. Replay, please. Production, can we get a replay from the Omen's perspective?
I don't know what he was thinking. It was so funny. He just like...
There was enough time to realize what had happened to Selig and not use that teleport, but it seems like maybe he wasn't paying close enough attention.
Among all the abilities that the different agents have, Shroud Step has to be handled very carefully.
Yes.
Because you're vulnerable during it, like as you started, and then of course afterwards when you move over there. And that was an example of just not using your abilities correctly there. And did we get it? What happened? Oh, that's what happened.
He had enough time to realize what had occurred, but it seems like he was just tunneled in to going for this TP play to try to get the spike down in the tube and just didn't realize. Maybe he thought that Persia was playing from elbow side rather than on the site itself.
Here we go.
Oh, that's going to kill.
That's going to get a kill on here for sure.
Good timing. Caught him while he was on the drone, so didn't have an opportunity to cancel it and move away. So it's a good entry.
Spike now being planted outside of tube. Oh, I'm worried here. There's just maybe not enough. And it's going to be just supply here. Being hunted down. Risk, if he wants to, can dark cover the window as the defuse comes in here. Baits him out and wall bangs him as well.
Worried for a second there for Risk. Seemed like he wasn't going to get the kill in time. Thought maybe he was going to get dropped and lose out on a rifle, but they do get it. So TUBEPLE moving up 2-2 now. And this is where we have to start getting concerned for GOMA, is this slippery slope, the momentum coming in.
Yeah, this is... What's scary is, like, yeah, that's cool that GOMA wins the pistol rounds, but the rifle rounds are going to be more representative of what most of the game is. And now that TUBEPLE has been able to buy Vandals or Phantoms, in this case it's all Vandals, they are not losing. And I do worry this is going to be a poor man's round here for GOMA. It's Sheriffs and a Marshal.
Trying to get into position.
It's a law and order round here.
So I believe that was, yeah, they recon darted forward to scout, and then we saw the satchel boost come through from Selig to try to get in a position to catch somebody going for the ult orb. But as soon as Persia sees the dart, Cams just take a look at each other. As soon as he sees that, he pulls back. He doesn't risk it, so the Marshal doesn't find any value on that push. Just kind of give up the satchel for free. Now Selig pushing forward, just doesn't stand a chance. Risk, doming two, back to back, looking for a third, spots him. Does he find four? He does not. Felix gets the finish, but there's not much more to be done here.
Yeah, he's pinned up over in this location, and I mean, there's literally no way that he can win this fight.
He's got to reload too. Very unfortunate now. All the sheriff's just going to be scooped up by TUBEPLE. You
Yeah,
can see Babo with a huge smile on his face.
It's a funny round because, oddly enough, yeah, they can farm out the sheriffs for that.
They just
when
upgraded.
They win. Yeah, they've upgraded in every way.
Oh, dear.
And so the rich get richer tonight as TUBEPLE has quite a bit of credits and quite a cushion now. A cushion of support financially, whereas if GOMA loses this round, in which they bought Phantoms and Vandals, they'll be back to Sheriffs.
Yeah.
As we go into round 7.
TUBEPLE is Scrooge McDucking it right now. They can just bathe in money.
Think about that. Scrooge McDuck. That guy could swim through the coins, right? In DuckTales?
Yeah.
How strong you got to be to swim through coins?
Indestructible.
Yeah.
Would just break your neck if you try to dive into it.
Yeah. It's crazy. I would worry I'd choke on the coins when I'm swimming.
I was going to say, he spits them out of his mouth, too. The choking hazard.
It's a little bit, makes you think. These are the important questions to ask.
Literally unwatchable. Such an unrealistic show.
I know, it's not realistic. My suspension of disbelief completely destroyed. By the way, a spike plant out at the exterior of U-Haul.
Okay.
Well, I thought it was, but it was dropped actually at the last second because supply was picked off. It's going to be the Rays now going for the spike plant vents.
Felix, this is a great angle if they can get the kill. Okay, he forces back one, but Persia with a repick, but Nez holds the angle. Knocks them both down. 2v3. No ults to speak of. Aka1 tries to creep up here. Can outgun Selig. He's got 60 HP, but actually finds Nez. It's a good kill, but is he going to be prepared for this extra push to be coming through?
Ooh, Pods gets the kill on Hia.
Pods finds one. Aka1, oh, he had to have seen that shot come through, right?
Nice. Selig with a clutch play gets the back shot there on Aka1. More like Aka none, am I right? No, but seriously, he gets that kill, ties it up 3-3.
All right. Not too bad here. Heads above the water, but Babo is maybe looking to crank up the pace a little bit more. Shifting for the operator. Didn't see it come out in the first map.
Yeah. Now, again, we're seeing the benefits of having that cushion, even though they lost that round. I mean, you could buy an op going into the round after that. Babo may try to get a very forward position here and try to get an early pick.
He's just going to be playing around U-Haul, staring down short, but this is going to be a full-blown push in onto the B side yet again. Persia pulling back, wants to get into elbow. Watch the cam safely. Supply has his set up. It's coming through. A boost out. Cam's now destroyed. Dart has to be removed. He gained some vision with the recon dart. Doesn't manage to spot much of anything.
Omen goes for the plant there at the corner. Plant for B-Long right now. Risk is ready here with the paranoia, and it's going to be triggered and sent through. That's going to allow the rest of the team to try to invade. A fight over here in the tube. Nez kill there on Hia.
Oh, big miss from Babo. Doesn't get the punish. Now they lose out on 2 members. They need to make a decision right now. Are they going to go for this, or do they want to try to save this operator? Seems like might not have a choice. Spamming through Babo, so very low, 2 HP remaining. And he's going to have to hightail it all the way back over to the opposite side. Persia still sitting here. He's going to see what he can get done, try to get some of these guns out of their hands.
The opportunities for Persia are huge here. Gets the double kill!
He finds him. If he had a little bit more time, he heard that double teleport. He might have been able to make a play for this defuse, but he's just not going to be given the opportunity now.
So a loss there for TUBEPLE, but in the end of the day, not that bad. I mean, they take the op into the next round.
They retain what they can. Persia has enough to buy somebody.
It would have been devastating had they lost the op, and then that op could have been carried into the next round. So now we go into round 8, and this is where, fortunately, they can still buy the Vandals that they need in this game, but TUBEPLE needs a win here, or they're going to start hitting rock bottom, and it's going to be Sheriffs or nothing.
Yeah, Risk did receive that buy, so they help him out. Babo's still going to be spotted, so they can confirm that the operator is here at the B side. Showstopper finds Babo. Selig follows up, draws out with the Phantom, gets Aka1. He takes his head off, but now is all alone here on the B site while the rest of the team scrambles to rotate through. Blind comes in, but it's not going to be a full duration. Gets pods, but oh man, the spray through just comes in, and that's the end of the round. GOMA scooping up their 6th, looking very good on this attack.
Yeah, nicely done. Well executed. Extremely short round, to be frank. We're having much faster paced games here today for the second half. So now 5-3, and an impoverished TUBEPLE right now. What are they going to get? A judge here for risk? That might actually be handed off to Bobo, actually. Bobo going with the sheriff himself.
Yeah. Looks like he's okay. Does have it at the end. Second purchase for risk. Playing into U-Haul, begging them to please come to the A site. But given just the round history and the success rate, they're going to stick in with us. Here, however, playing in the back with that Phantom. Does manage to take down Selig.
Oh, they're just not quite able to get that dart. A frustrating moment there for Felix. Going to go for the teleporter play and try to dive into A shower. Only the Cypher stands in their way.
I'm kind of surprised that Bobo, I mean, he wants to get over to the A site pretty quickly, but he could have moved up into hookah, recovered Selig's gun. Does not do so. Persia, ooh, barely throwing down. That Cybercation time is Supply. Will use the neural theft. Good spot on him. Supply follows up for another kill. 3v3.
Spike has been snagged.
Now V2, and Supply has no HP remaining, and
he's going to go to B.
Himself.
He's going to rush into B here.
Here we go again. Bring around the Rosie.
Gets the kill there on Aka 1. Pods.
Spots another one.
Oh, he fakes the plant.
Oh, they're gonna.
This
He's
is
gonna
insane.
TP again. He's gonna TP again. He is dead. Oh no!
This
now
is
all
so
Bobo.
awesome. This is crazy.
This is just pure, unadulterated chaos.
5 head plays here.
All right. They'll call for the plant behind the box stack. Bobo creeping around.
Young Bobo on the hunt now.
Seekers reveal his position as well as the
Oh.
shots. This is the one. He's wary about this U-Haul push,
Oh.
but Pods is ready. And while it's chaotic, it's silly, it's ridiculous, it gets them the round.
That was so impressive to rush through B and basically Sky confirming, all right, now A is clear, so come back through the teleporters. And what a way to end that. GOMA's doing it, man. It's 6-3, and I'll tell you what, they're looking smarter, they're looking stronger than they were in our first map
They're
on
looking
Ascent.
way more comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, and they're thinking on their feet and thinking well.
I mean, if that goes any other way, if Hia gets the kill on the Pods, the round is a wash, and it goes the way of TUBEPLE almost certainly, but him not getting that kill is just devastating.
Okay, Aka 1. Got a very forward defense here with the Phoenix on the low ground, but there's actually going to be a push into A immediately here, diving in. Seelig has been pinged here.
Backside U-Haul. Very crowded at the moment here for TUBEPLE.
Oh my
Shots
God.
coming out, Nez taking a little bit of damage. They get the shock dart in, softening him up just a little bit.
Ouch.
Oh, yep, there's the kill.
A lot of damage there on that Omen. The Sova's going to come through here. So far, TUBEPLE is really in control of this. Bobo doing the damage, gets the kill on Pods.
Oh, Selig gone to the Hunter's Fury. That's why we'll find one, but does he know that Persia is waiting on the other side here?
It's an awkward peek here.
Get the tap. Oh, he gets the headshot.
Takes him down here.
Gets rid of the
Fuse
trap wire.
Bobo going to make it a little bit more difficult here for this one. Yeah, there's just no way. They just run in there and execute him.
He got him off the spike.
Yeah, and this is a close one. This one almost would have gone off, you know, if
A little bit more time.
Yeah, maybe a second or two extra.
It was 4.20 seconds.
4.20. Nice. No, but going into the next round here, I don't know what TUBEPLE's going to do, but they do seem to be pulling it back together. They do have the rifles they need. We're now seeing GOMA kind of have to buy their way back into relevancy here with the Phantoms and the Vandals that they're going for.
I mean, you know, we'll have to see what happens now in round 11. But TUBEPLE, it was extremely well played on the retake. You know, sloppier at the end. Oh man, great peek from Selig. He's taking Bobo's head off, using some of this utility just to stave off any kind of aggressive push that may be coming through from Risk, but he wants to just keep back and keep himself.
Oh, this is going to be bad.
Oh,
I
that
can't
smoke.
believe that that's the way that went down, but he gets a kill anyways. You got to be careful with some of these Omen smokes, because if you don't do them correctly, you actually give them a unique sniping point there.
Yeah.
And we saw that back there.
Oh, Aka 1. scoped in, can't get the shot with the ADS. We'll send them packing back out, but Spike is going to be planted in the meantime at the B side. But for TUBEPLE, I mean, there's nothing else that they can do. They need to hold on to these rifles for the last round of the half.
Supply coming around for the peak here. I mean, there's just not a lot that you can do. TUBEPLE's just trying to carry their weapons with them into the next round. A Phantom and a Vandal, probably better to save it than to try risking and pushing forward here.
They're still suspicious that Supply is on this side of the map. He's now crept his way in onto the site. Teleport finds, that is catastrophic. One gun left right now in the hands of Aka 1. Throws out the blind, pushes, manages to find pods. Doesn't have any way of healing himself, goes for the re-peek.
Damn.
Selig strikes him down, 3 kills in the round. Lets off the club horn there, and 7-4. GOMA, can they actually do this? Are we going to a map 3?
Well, we might, but let's not forget what happened in the last game. Okay, it was all GOMA looking not so bad when they had the spike, but when they had to defend, they were all spaghetti, my friend.
Very true. They've already gotten more rounds in this half than they had in the entire map last
You're right, they're looking stronger here on the attacking side. 7-4, but this could easily end up being 7-5, which is pretty damn close. But let's take a look at what TUBEPLE actually has. A lot less than they normally come into the round with. You know, Sheriffs here.
Selig has this showstopper yet again. Okay. Clear in one. They have the spot on him. He's going to be looking to send this into hookah.
Oh.
Let's it go.
How does this not kill?
That's one.
Well, it's fine anyways. He gets a kill there.
Yeah, unable to answer back.
TUBEPLE right now is deep into the attacker side here.
He is dead. There's Persia creeping around from behind. Will get a gun into his hands. That's a risk. Just to yoink this dart out of him.
The spike is going to go to A. Oh, the Cypher coming up here. Persia could be ready to get the raise.
He's making noise. Selig knows that there's somebody pushing up short right now. It's going to look to get the jump on him from behind. Right now,
this is a funny situation. They've planted the spike on the opposite side because the attackers are in control of the defender's side. The defenders are pushing in through the attacker side.
Selig's got the angle. He whips the shots at Persia.
No!
He just 180s him. Oh, no, that's catastrophic. Nez, though, does try to bring this back. Risk pushing in. Nez gets the kill, doesn't take much damage, and suddenly
Persia.
It's looking just fine for GOMA.
Yeah. GOMA in control of this. Persia.
There it is. Nez gets the finish. 8-4 in the half.
All right. GOMA's looking very strong. I think we might be going to a game 3.
It very well could happen.
I do feel like 8-4 is the range at which you can still have a comeback. When you get to about like 9-3, that's when it gets pretty hard to imagine.
Yeah.
But we have to remember how hard TUBEPLE owned GOMA when they were on the attacking side.
We do.
Bind is a map with a little bit more complexity. There's definitely more you can do with these teleporters. GOMA already showed that. Let's see what TUBEPLE's got here as we go into the second half.
Well, pressure is on for TUBEPLE. Want to close this out strongly with a 2-0, but rough start. Pistol round going to be that much more important because, you know, in theory, GOMA taking that away, that is just going to be them moving up to 10-round wins. And TUBEPLE would have to really run it back in a major way. I mean, already need 9 to close this.
Now let's remember, pistol round so important here. You need that momentum built up. In order for TUBEPLE to actually come back, I think they have to have a very strong start here.
Yeah. Ever important.
So Babo and Aka 1 going with the Ghosts. Same with Felix and Supply over here.
It's been a rough day for the Phoenixes.
Yes.
Lawrence and Aka 1, both on bind, coming out with a bottom frag. At least for now. We'll see if they can turn that around now that they're on the attack.
So we've got a setup here for B, but B is extremely defended here. I think they had a good read on the way that TUBEPLE is going to play this time around.
Spot 1. Drone moving forward. They use the paranoia on it.
Their Al drone for GOMA is going to be going out into A. Cyber cage comes down. Can't go through that without making a sound.
Babo could clear this corner just by chucking out the nade. Supply trying to get the tag. Doesn't manage to find it. They'll just push up on top of the box. Good pressure coming through, and yeah, TUBEPLE. The floodgates have been opened. Nez getting jumped on his wrist, just runs up top.
That was sick.
Very nicely done. Teleport is going to have to be used.
It's like parkouring over the tube into the kill. Great play there. The spike is planted, and the round is secured here as the first victory right now is going to come down unless Seelig. I mean, look, Seelig's the best guy on the team, but I don't think he's that good. I don't think you can classic your way through 4 hiding agents.
Especially
and a
when you've
spike
been tagged
ticking.
up.
Yeah. Get it out of me.
Will not be tracked for your research.
Yes.
Like the sharks that they
That's right.
put little
Tag him, man.
Oh, well, he does find one. So it's one less ghost that's going to be retained here for TUBEPLE. But they start with a pistol round, and this is how things got out of hand on Ascent. So GOMA, they're going to be looking for some stability here, but they've got a decent. They've got TUBEPLE on a decently long leash at the moment.
Damn, shot him right in the hat. Yeah, great play. I mean, this is what we were talking about. It just seems like when TUBEPLE is on the offense, they really are very coordinated as a unit. And they also seem to be pretty good at obfuscating their intentions early on. I mean, we see the utilities sent out here to try to figure out what's going on. Immediately, they burn through that Cypher camera there.
Put that back on cooldown.
It is an unusual stack, isn't it? We have 2 in shower, just like the last time. They're going to get the orb, of course, but they come back. But normally we have 3 over at A in general.
Typically.
Especially with a Cypher, because Cypher, it's normally just Cypher and then maybe one other agent at B, but this time they do a reversal stack.
Well, that'll confirm their suspicions. Dart going out. Nade. It's a decent chunk there.
Good nade by the Rays. Keeping him at bay.
Yeah, can always heal up, you know. Obviously, you can just throw down the hot hands, but wants to hang on to it for a little bit longer at least. 79 HP, not too bad. Mostly the armor loss that's kind of sucks the most for him. 1-for-1 exchange. Oh, bad nade timing! Babo!
Still gets the ding, though.
Yeah, he does knock him down to 22 HP, and the spike will get planted. They'll call that. Shock dart going to be bounced in, and he will find the kill, which is good.
Oh, my God. What?
Okay, that was like accidental.
That was crazy. It's like a jump scare.
Yeah.
Well, now it's just supply here.
Oh. Dart's one, but it's not like you're going to be able to do too much with it. Everybody now on the hunt. They want to kill this Cypher.
Trying to wallbang here. Nothing's going to work. This is good. Oh, whoa. Hello. All right, closes that out with a victory there.
He just right-clicked him at that range, and he got the kill.
Now, here's what I've been waiting for since that first pistol round victory, is the round where
rifles.
GOMA can get the rifles, and so on paper they have better firepower, but can they manage the spike sites?
Wow. I dropped my pen, and it stopped perfectly.
Yeah, it landed perfectly without falling behind our monitors. That was impressive.
Wonderful.
That's like what would have happened if Babo dropped his pen. It's the same kind of player. I'm like, damn, nice.
Happy little accidents.
Okay, another smoke comes down here. And we've got Haya coming in here with the camera. And it's shot down. Now, it does appear that this is going to be an attack sprung on B. We've got the Cypher and the Rays holding back for now.
This map has been almost nothing but attacks on B.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're right,
GOMA
actually.
was going for it. All right. He's going to be using one of the shrouded steps to get himself out of garden safely in case people were pushing forward. Camera's being checked by supply to make sure that this doesn't end up being a hit onto A. Babo cruising over top.
Persia is crazy. Gets the kill there. Supply and Felix go down. And it seems to be happening once more as they're just tearing through this team and dominating. It's like GOMA just cannot control anything that's happening on these spike sites. And this looks to be a 3rd round win here. That's going to bump TPB up into 7 wins.
Yep. I mean, touching distance now of tying GOMA yet again.
And economically, this is going to force GOMA into, I think, a sheriff round here for round 4.
Pretty much, yeah. Either that, or they could just go for a full save and say, you know what, let's just get this round over with. Let's not even really try for it because we are completely outgunned. But it really will come down to whether or not Selig, I guess, retains his weapon. So far, they're not really going to be going for any kind of punt here. So, showing respect to Selig, you know, they know what he can do. So, they just want to retain all 5 rifles.
Look at him, Omen going ham on that wall with the knife. Nice.
Let out your aggression, you know?
Ooh, I'm so excited for the new map.
Yeah.
So, GOMA, I mean, they're getting sheriffs, these cowboy guns, frenzies.
Shouldn't it say Paradise instead of Breeze? Or is it Breeze? Is Breeze the map?
I think, yeah, I think it's Breeze, yeah.
Oh,
I think.
Maybe I'm just an idiot.
Well, Breeze is Paradise, right? We're not that off, right?
I think the first thing that I think that I saw a leak and I think it said like, "Welcome to Paradise" or something.
The shutdown there. He may end up having to throw a cyber cage down if he needs to relocate. Bobo hanging back now outside of B.
It is Breeze. I confirmed it.
Nice. Okay, so this is going to be a problem for the Cypher in the... Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was going to bounce it off the wall. Instead, it's going to get the kill that way. More than one way to skin a cat. They're just mowing their way into B once more.
Good peak timing by Selig. He gets a punish on the 2. Only 6 HP remaining, though.
Yeah, this is rough. And they're just going to go into A. Persia.
Okay, Frenzy gets the headshot. Nicely timed. I mean, that's guns in hand. Nez doesn't take any damage either. Throws through the paranoia. He's going to push in. Nez.
He could do this. He could absolutely do this.
Might have just made this work. He has 3 kills for him. Selig as well with 2. There's a Thrifty. There's a major swing for GOMA.
And a nifty Thrifty at that. I mean, great play there, clutching that moment. But they need some more wins like that. Again, the cushion is there right now for TUBEPLE. I mean, they're going to go right back into getting the Vandals and Phantoms they want.
Yeah, I mean, he could, you know, he could buy for himself and somebody else right now. It's just really good slowdown there from Nez as soon as he heard Persia starting to creep that way. Scott has gone out, got ready, and they pull off that nice little Thrifty. Again, starting with the push over towards B. Persia lurking outside of A.
Okay, a flash. Oh, no, sorry, not a flash. Going to be an Al drone coming out here. Going to check the corners here. So to confirm that they can at least push up into B long if they want.
He's got miss on the dart as well.
Counter intel comes out here with the Trailblazer.
Let's get the spot out on the 2.
Nobody's holding the spike just yet, but it does appear that they're gaining ground into B here as they safely maneuver. They do have the Cypher in the back here in case anybody tries to, rather than go in for teleporters, go directly through the back of their side.
Okay.
Oh, Aka 1, kill supply. Moves in here. This is his ulti, of course. He's going to have to run it back.
Yep, that's not what you want to see if you're a fan of GOMA, if you're rooting for the underdog here. Good opening kill off the run it back.
Yeah.
This, you know, the delay on picking up the spike and rotating it through hookah, though, it does buy a decent amount of time for these rotations to start coming in for GOMA. That being said, we still do have Nez back over at A.
Spike planting now, outside of Tube. Planted for B-Long.
Oh, Aka 1 taken down. Spam from Felix finding a kill.
Bobo shuts down Nez, who is an important part of this infiltration, coming from behind.
Selig. Rocket's out. He's looking for a target. Gets tagged up. Will find Persia. Risk. Dead on the site. Showstopper now coming through. Chucks it out.
Whiffs it.
Gets a good amount of damage, though. Throws out the nade. They get the punish. Now it all comes down to Hiya. It buys a little bit of extra time, and he's trying to rotate all the way into the back so he can try to safely use this Hunter's
Fury.
Missing it.
Oh,
he's the lineup. They tag at the half. He's got to get the shot. He doesn't manage to get the kill. They can just hold this for the defuse now. He didn't buy enough time. He will finish off Selig, but Pods with 6 HP survives to the end, and GOMA 10 rounds now.
It was a very impressive play by GOMA, and that's exactly how you want to handle that last Sova hanging back. The Sova wants to get as far away from the spike site as possible, use the Hunter's Fury. I don't know the facts on if you can shock bolt from there to stop that? You can, right?
There's lineups for that.
Okay, so you can actually interrupt that in that moment. But if the other player comes down there and hunts that Silva down and denies it, then the defuse becomes very easy.
I think he might have used both of his shock bolts on the entry, but I wasn't quite tracking that, to be honest. Either way, because typically you would want to do shock bolts into Hunter's Fury, because if you hit him once with the shock bolt on the Hunter's Fury, you kill. But either way, it's a very solid round win from GOMA, who continue to hold on to this. 3-round lead, 3 more to go to close this out. Nade into showers. Just forcing him back for now, doesn't find any damage. It's good awareness from Selig.
Yeah, Selig's got a pretty good angle set up over here. If this is in fact going to be an attack into A, using their Cypher to just confirm that nobody's going to come around from behind into B here.
Well,
ooh, never mind.
He threw it right like under their feet and slightly behind, so they actually couldn't just instantly get that shot onto the dart, so it spots them. Forces their position for a second, but they start re-aggressing. Teleporter used.
Babo, so good with that gunplay. Felix does get the kill there onto Babo, but now Persia takes Felix out. 3 versus 3 here with Nez still low on HP.
30초 남았습니다.
A little confused as to what
Angle's
Aqua
actually
did.
pretty good here for Risk.
Okay, hot hands. We'll zone him back for a second. Doesn't force him back into U-Haul though. Just finding pods. 2 members left. Nez pushing forward, checking down short. Aqua one spotting him.
Nez is screwed here.
Oh!
Whoa, nice kill.
Manages to get it. But now it's just him all alone with 5 HP in a dream.
So you can see now, it's going to be Persia backing away. And gets the kill there to close that out. The 8th win. TUBEPLE catching up.
Yeah, I mean, even with the lead here, even for how close GOMA is, TUBEPLE are absolutely still in this. They need 5 more to be able to close this out. They do have a Neural Theft available as to supply. Hunter's Fury there from Phoenix. Didn't get an opportunity to use it. I'm really confused as to what happened with Aqua 1 there, because he was pushing up and then went into the teleporter and then came all the way back around. So I'm wondering if that was on purpose.
Yeah, I like that angle that Risk held here. It's just a good spot. There's so much focus on the right side as you come out of vents there from A, that to hang in that angle and get that shot off was very nicely done. Immediately, got a lot of utility getting spammed out here. There's actually a push coming here from GOMA outside of B long. And if the Cypher sees this and realizes what's happening, they're going to grab that spike and go right into A. I mean, A is just covered by Rays.
Sees the 3. Hot hands to clear Hookah so they can advance forward.
It's going to be 2 inside of A elbow here.
Supply is still spotted. Blime's coming through. They'll hear that judge spam. They don't want to push for it. The nade from Babo will displace 1.
Ooh, great shot by Persia.
Cyber Cage's going to be set up. Good peek timing from Supply. But they know that he's in here, so nobody wants to peek him.
Yeah, Supply going to try to come out. Judge, not a great gun to try to come out into an open area with.
To get him through the wall for 46. Nez throws down some cover. Cam comes out, spots 1. Damage still getting pushed through.
They're
Nez
just
finds
not going to
Hia.
let him get near that spike. I mean,
They're doing their damnedest to make sure it doesn't happen. And Supply, in a last desperate bid, jumps forward with that judge, but can't find any more kills.
pretty nasty round for GOMA there. I mean, you know, I like the idea of pushing out of B because you can get a surprise kill, but then, I mean, do you really want to be playing at this kind of, like, with these kind of risks when you're up and you're so close to closing it out? Because now TUBEPLE has momentum. Fortunately, we can still see buys here. And by the way, there's a little bit of desperation here for GOMA. They have no credits.
Yeah,
It's going to be an op here and then rifles.
They got to go all in for it. They know that there's a little bit of a window, so if they lose this one, you know, they'll give up, yeah, maybe an 11th round over to TVP, but then they can try to come back in and win out from there. But this is not the way that you want it to start as they dig deep into their pockets and, you know, penny pinch to get these guns on board. They lose one right off the bat. Nez eliminated. Babo trying to juke out the Hunter's Fury, but Felix, his tracking is great. Manages to get that punish, and that's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, taking Babo out early on is going to be pretty handy. Babo is such a good fragger. Over here, the op is ready.
You see these shots flying. Selig just hold in the angle from backside. There's still 3 here on A.
And they're going to back up.
Yep, this is a good read
This
from
is
them.
a good call here.
Have to recover the spike, but you can just rotate that. It's a little shortcut.
It's just a Cypher at B. More of a classic setup right now. 3-player stack defending the A site.
If they can get Kia into a position to maybe try to counteract anybody teleporting through, just do a nice little lurk, and then have him play back and support with his shock bolt, then maybe this could be pretty good. Felix going on the cross. Gets himself over.
What?
TP into the backside.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, he just gets right in there. Now the spike's going to be planted this time inside a tube.
We're just trying to hold it down. Manages to find one. Blind's coming through. He's going to use the neural theft. Gets a spot onto him so that everybody is in the back. Moves up into the smoke. Cannot out-trade, however. 2v2.
Pivotal moment here. Clock ticks away here. Aka 1. Ooh, comes out here. Loses that fight, but he has to run it back. That's right.
Pushing in onto the side. Selig going to be gone. Wall coming up, but it doesn't matter. Risk gets the final kills. He boosts up on top of the tube. 10-10.
This is so sick. Could go either way here, but that was a round that really GOMA needed to win. In a sec here, we'll get to look at the buys. Ouch. Judge and Sheriff. We've seen teams win with this before. I mean, Supply does have the ulti ready. I mean, the Omen ulti is always kind of meh compared to some of these other ultis as far as changing the landscape of a round. But great control here. I love Risk boosting up onto the tube, getting that kill.
Really well handled at the end. Money fairly well situated for TUBEPLE at this point. Same cannot be said for GOMA, as you're pointing out. You see they're trying to get a little feisty over around Showers.
Getting feisty around Showers. We've got
Phrasing, sorry.
We've got the orb farmed out now from Showers, and it's the spike just waiting.
Confused bird just came through.
I know.
The
you see the bird was like. "Bah."
I mean, that's what would happen to a real bird if it accidentally flew through a teleporter.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, I'm flying south, and all of a sudden, what? Wait, where the hell am I?
My bird brain can't take this. Great stack here at Showers. I don't know that we're going to see a push come out of it, but if they do push, it's going to be bad news here.
He's holding the angle with the Sheriff. He needs to get these one-taps.
Okay, here we go. Oh, that's what you needed.
Huge. The nade is going to get some damage in on the Babo as well. Takes him down to 87. TP coming through. The blind is going to be good.
Oh, this is insane.
Blast back out around the corner. Great movement from Babo.
Where's Babo?
Pod's like checking himself for a second.
Is he there?
Is he behind me?
He's behind me.
All right. Well, the neural theft gets the spot out. We're still rotating the spike around. 3v5. GOMA look to take the lead. I mean, they're running out of time. Nez is just holding the angle.
Oh my God, this is so crazy. Tap after tap after tap, but Risk and Persia starting to pull back through here.
They don't have time to get this plant. They just need to try to get as many guns down, force them to buy more stuff, make sure that they can't carry over any of these rifles. It will get pods, but it's still going to be 2 surviving members, as Felix should be able to scoop something up. He gets a Vandal right at the last second. So 2 carried forward here for GOMA as they move up 11-10.
Great round back there. Let's hope they're as good with their rifles as they are with those Sheriffs. Right now, TUBEPLE, again, that cushion allows them to buy back in.
It's all off the back of that just fantastic lurk by Selig. Just move it up in the Showers. Now has the showstopper online. Babo does as well. So if you can use that to open this side up. Rotation is starting to come through now from Felix. And looks like they might be sending Nez as well.
Pod's hanging back. It does appear we're going to have an attack over here on B. TUBEPLE's had so much good success on B already. Great flash, but he takes down
2 for 2.
this guy with him, 2v2.
Supply getting himself in a prime position to answer back. And that kill onto Hia, eliminating one of those ultimates now. They creep forward, Spike still down over here at long, will be recovered. Risk faking the TP.
That is sick.
But do they hear it? Do they get the read? They're not biting. They're still sticking around, and now they see him, and now I think they're going to have to take the teleporter for realsies. They do.
There is still a raise over here waiting.
Yep. Selig in
And
prime
this is the
position.
one you want to watch out for.
Oh, this could be an absolute disaster for TUBEPLE. They're making their way forward. They don't check it. The showstopper comes out, but he still manages to get the shot off. Spamming through, puts so much damage in auto risk. He's got 10 HP remaining.
Nez up top here.
Oh, they'll just finish him.
It.
GOMA,
Wow.
12 rounds on the board.
Great defuse there. GOMA, they've just got to squeak out this last win. But there's a chance still. The TUBEPLE goes into overtime. And from there, who knows?
Yeah, very well could happen. But TUBEPLE, they need to be all in on every single round here. They need to make this work if they want to just close this out. Otherwise, we are going to be getting pretty close to burning the midnight oil. It's almost
What is it?
9:38.
9:38.
Not too bad.
Now, for the possible final round here on this map, I do want to point out TUBEPLE, they have utility. They've got good weapons. And so, you know, it's going to be about, you know, how they play this out and not so much the circumstances, you know, that led them here, right? They're not stuck on sheriffs or anything like that.
Oh,
uh-oh.
That's a catastrophic way to start it. Paranoia was there as well. Selig blinded. 2 kills instantly. GOMA, they find a third. They find a fourth. It's all on Persia.
Yeah.
In a 1v3 with 30 HP. It seems like we're going to a third map.
I don't think that Persia's going to do this.
It would be insane.
It would be the craziest thing that's happened all night. 4v1, or sorry, 1v3. Full armor, full HP. Persia at 30 hit points.
It just seems impossible.
So he's going to run the clock here for a little bit. Cypher's got pretty good cover on B, though. I mean, look, maybe he kills the Omen, then he kills the Sky, and then it comes down to the spike plant. It's not impossible. Okay, he sees the Omen, whiffs the shot.
Needs to nail that, sees the jiggle. And there's Supply. He's prepped and ready for it. All right, well, obviously changes across both of these lineups. Sova, never seen on this map. You know, we don't get anybody that really plays it. I think we had one team during an open qualifier that was running Sova. And I remember re-watching that VOD, and the whole chat, as soon as they saw it locked in, was like, Sova and Split? What? It's like, yeah, I get it as well, guys, but they were a rookie squad. TBP,
Okay.
First on the attack. Good fault line will shove Babo back as he looks to play lurking around the garage.
This is funny because they can basically, with the Viper Wall, push all the way up and towards zip lines here, undetected. Supply, though, coming forward, might be a misstep here. He would be walking into danger as Haya is waiting comfortably around the corner.
Oh, I thought maybe he was going to go for a bounce. Supply safe for the moment.
And this is going to be the spike headed towards the B site here. The idea is that Hia can come in from behind here, and I think they've very successfully duped the team. We have the Sage now coming up. Oh, no, I stand corrected again.
Oh.
The spike is now going to go back to A, and what I feel is a bit of a mismanaged situation here.
Now they're going to try to bait them back over to B side, maybe,
Yeah.
as the Sage Wall comes up, but I mean, they have Nez in the back of this site. He's watching down garage, so this wall just kind of gets burned for nothing. Now they don't have this to block off some like screens, like main, or even just heaven access, if they can even get onto the site to begin with. Because up top is Supply. As they all push through, they will manage to take him down. Felix finds 2. Will be traded out, but it's still going to be a man advantage. And Selig is here on the site. They do not check that back corner. Bobble finds 1. Pods has the finish, and GOMA, they kick off Split with another pistol round win.
Yeah, big victory there. And what I would say is kind of, I think the ideas were there, but the execution of it is not that good. I mean, the Sage Wall, it takes too long to travel through main. I mean, they're going to know pretty quickly.
So your review of Kong versus Godzilla. The ideas were there, but the execution was poor.
No, Kong versus Godzilla was actually the worst thing I've ever seen. It was the worst thing that's ever happened. It was 2 hours of my life I will never have back.
I feel that way about, like, The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi? Yeah, it's also pretty bad.
But
all right, so the slow from the Sage cast out here. Babo creeping forward. Nez doing a shoulder peek up here. Gonna continue to Omen smoke the entry to B here, making it an uncomfortable push. But it really is just the Omen holding B for now. We do have the slow push coming up into mid, so they're probably gonna try to spring an attack on mid and B here. The Sage Wall plugs that up. Does give them access up into A, but there's Killjoy utility there as well.
Just taking some shots. It's one through the wall onto Nez. You know exactly where he's at, given that dark cover flying through. Pod's looking for some blinds. Throws out these flash points, pushes the corner, but Babo is ready, up close and personal. Gets that headshot in, but Felix coming out from heaven, manages to trade it out.
Nez still holding it down here, but outnumbered and outgunned. Risk cuts him down and gets that spike planted.
Yeah, good takeaway. Risk just scooping that Spectre off the ground, puts it to good use. Persia down to 19 HP, but even without him in the picture here, it would still be a man advantage for TUBEPLE. So this looks like a fantastic turnaround for them.
Oh! With the right click onto the dome, Supply is out of the picture, and this is going to be the first win on the board here. A thrifty for TUBEPLE.
That is such a momentum swing for TUBEPLE, and a big just punch in the gut for GOMA to lose out like that in the second round. Not even, not a force coming through, just a straight up one round by TUBEPLE. That is catastrophic for GOMA.
Yeah, quite the reversal here. It's going to be a heavy Spectre buy now. For TUBEPLE, as the roles have been switched now. We have Selig with the Sheriff here, but it's going to be tough to hold these sites here with just pistols. And, with Split, the travel time is extremely long. So if you lose that spike site, it's such an easy plant, and then it's such an easy defense.
Selig gets a tap in. Aka pushing around the corner, does manage to mow him down. Likely scoop that Sheriff for himself as well. Spike going to be planted at default. And everybody else looking like they're going to be pulling back and look to play this potentially around main.
So much utility here.
Oh,
it's like, how many years will it take to finally break through this ice wall? Okay, so they finally get it knocked down. There we go. Now it's opened up.
And now there's a poison orb.
Yeah, but there's, not that much time in this round here.
And this is where things become so scary, because if you get that Viper set up on the site, you have the wall, you have these poison orbs emitting, they have to push through them at some point. And it's just that instant decay damage that you take can really tear you apart. Push comes in, Supply goes down. There's the cleanup, not flawless, but they only lose that on Hia. And TVP, they will go ahead and scoop the third round.
Complete domination on a completely... there's just no way they could get in there. I mean, when that ice wall came down and then the Viper cloud comes in, tough round here. But, of course, now that we go into round 4, this is a round where GOMA can actually get some real guns here. The Vandals and Phantoms have been purchased. There was maybe a possibility with the Jet getting the kill with the, what do you call it? The Sheriff, excuse me. But it didn't happen. They broke in. Yeah.
Good opening shot to, soften up Aka 1, but couldn't get the follow-up. Just out-pressured as Nez.
Nez, this is a bad idea.
Oh, they get the blind.
But Persia with a great spray there that drives him back. I think it's pretty clear what they want to do here. A blinded Nez is going to have to try to hold this down. They come through.
Close. Let's get the one. Poison wall up now.
Yeah, into ice wall.
Now.
Couple of wall gamers here. Did they buy their strats at Walmart?
Oh.
Am I doing this right?
I get it.
Now, it's 3-4 right now. GOMA's still got a shot at maybe coming in here and taking this out. Poison wall comes up again. Bobble gets the kill on Selig.
This is a mess. This is just a meat grinder right now. Aka 1, the last one left standing, but he's just completely outgunned, surrounded by 3. And GOMA, they do swing back in here. I mean, granted, gun advantage was there since they come in with the rifles. They will tie it up 2-2. But what a messy round.
Yeah, that was... Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised that went that poorly. I'm not sure where things really began to fall apart there. I think they didn't have the B garage covered very well.
Yeah.
Maybe some overconfidence there would be an attack through the poison cloud when really GOMA kept it together, and nothing is going like a normal game so far. I mean, we saw TUBEPLE turn it around in round 2. But now, at that time, with so much utility spent, they did still end up losing that round to GOMA.
Fault line slows up the attack from Aka1, but doesn't dissuade him. He gets himself to the top of ramp. Spike's still going to be dropped over in A-side sewers.
Yeah, it does seem like they are very ready for an attack over here onto A. The Omen is going to be controlling by mail with the Sage down here actually at B.
Hans gets himself in behind the box. Risk trying to peek out over the top, and just you cannot see this head's. That's going to make a little bit of noise, so he wants to pull back.
He just gives up on that spot here. Viper is going to courier the spike right through mid here. It's, again, just a Sage waiting over here.
Yep.
The wall has now dissipated.
He does have slow orb, so if they start to push the issue, Sloppy is out, so he'll pull back. Wall comes up, as spotting one for a moment, almost gets the kill onto Hia. Now Babo will fall. Push comes through, and they get these kills, but they're taking so much damage in response.
Yeah, they are going to get that spike planted here.
Rolling
Great
thunder.
shot by Aka.
It interrupts, but yeah, Aka with his great timing pushes through, and Selig is creeping up. Poison, Decayed coming through. They get the kill. He is still standing. I mean, HP bars are in shambles for everybody for the most part, other than Risk and Aka1, so half the team very low.
The supply looking for anything, not going to happen. Instead, we'll run back. Uh-oh, that's annoying. Are they going to hunt him down? Doesn't look like it.
If Persia had rushed into Ramen there, he might have been able to get the kill before he cleared the corner into sewer.
Yeah.
But he wanted to play it safe.
They are going to go and try to hunt him down here.
Yeah, they're rotating around.
I mean, even post-spike detonation, there's still 6 seconds. This is enough time to find him.
He's in a decent defensive spot, though.
Depends on if that Viper's going to push out.
I think it might be a bit too wanting if he goes all the way over here. Poison wall.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
We're watching the mini-map.
Oh!
Yep.
Nice try.
And he gets the punish, so one less gun retained for TBP.
They didn't have to do that, but because they did, they're paying for it, even though they did win that round.
This is already such a weird start to
Yeah,
split.
it's been a funny back and forth, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's
if like normal Vision Strikers split is like a Spielberg film, this is like a John Waters film. I don't know. Like I don't really know what's going on. There's some weird undertones happening, and it's just kind of chaotic.
This time around, GOMA is actually going with the pretty heavy save here, and already dropping a player before I can even figure out what's going on.
It's Selig with a Blade Storm.
Yep. Selig, stop using those knives. The guns are better when you play.
I mean, everyone likes to, give Rosa crap about like the Rosa ult. This is the Selig ult.
Yeah.
Rosa Rocket, Selig Blade Storm.
Persia coming around, gets the kill there onto Felix. Oh, and now it's just going to be their lone killjoy supply. How many players can he hold off? The answer is none.
We got Babo. Right where it's due.
Spike plants in this 4v2. Again, another kind of impossible situation here for GOMA. We've got Pods with the Sheriff up at top in heaven. Going to try to creep in. Nez down below in hell. But high on Risk with some pretty good crossfire setup here.
Okay. Good shot onto Aka1 all the same.
It's gonna be crap even if he gets the kill there. Cypher, not gonna happen. Persia executing Nez, getting the 4th win as we go to round 6.
We need a team that has the abbreviation of AIR. I don't know what it would stand for, and then Pods needs to join that squad.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that would be, we could definitely meme off of that. Look at the money that Persia has right now. He's loaded.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all
they're all
pretty rich.
To buy an op and just throw it on the ground and be like, I can't
buy 5. I can buy 5 apartments in Magnum right now.
I'm out of touch right now. I don't know how much milk costs. I have so many credits.
It's like,
You're like, how much does milk cost? He's like, I don't know, like $40? I have no idea. I'm so rich.
Was it Jessica Walter? May she rest in peace from Arrested Development. How much could a banana cost? $10?
Yeah. Okay. Selig's coming around the corner. Baba, it doesn't look like they're going to commit here into B. They're going to push into mid first. Keep in mind, the Viper is all the way over here at A. And they're smoking this, making her... It's very unclear what's happening on that side of the map. The spike is actually still by spawn. Oh, okay. They're going to begin to creep in. They're going to have the Rays come grab this, and the Sage is going to try to poke out here and put that wall down. Avoids the stun. Babo going to peek again. No?
Silly gets himself just on the other side of the wall. Swarm used. Boost out. Rocket just kind of tickling Pots, not getting the kill, but Risk does manage to find Selig. Lockdown now used. Real way of destroying this.
Yeah, the lockdown much more important in a moment like this.
Oh.
Oh.
Babo did make it out safely.
Yeah, barely actually.
Very close.
We're seeing GOMA try to come in here and save the day. Felix just around the corner, and in the middle of the reload, gets the kill.
Like, Risk, hello, please save me. Oh, they get it in the end.
Ooh.
As the final kills do come flying
Crazy
through.
round there.
Yeah, I mean, it is messy, but it's fun to look at.
Coming back.
It's like a Transformers movie. Those aren't fun to look at, never mind.
No, they can go to hell along with Kong vs. Godzilla.
Yeah.
Those are just... Ugh.
Skull Island was pretty good.
Skull Island was okay.
I like that one.
No, I'm a reasonable person.
I also like John C. Reilly quite a bit.
Yeah, no, he was good. Nice stun there at the start. Forward position here. It looks like the Killjoy may try to go for a peek. They've got the setup here with the breach to flash through, and then the Killjoy to come out around the corner, but nobody's going to be there on the other side. The spike is now being couriered over here through the A spawn, or A side spawn, excuse me. And it's just an Omen defending here.
With a Bucky of all things.
With a Bucky.
I haven't seen a Bucky in
What is that gun?
30 years.
How is that thing?
It's not been the most popular out of the changes. Hello.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that poison curtain might actually be pretty good for the guy with the Bucky, but not the case. The bot got him.
I'm sorry, Nez, but I can't help it.
That was hilarious.
Oh, good God, Persia, what a shot.
All right.
Wall
Lock
comes
off
up
that
to
area.
keep him protected. Oh.
Risk coming around here.
Yeah.
You're trapped in here with me.
Risk
Flawless.
finds reward. Flawless round! And this is, not to hammer this, too hard for GOMA, but this is a really bad split for them.
Yeah.
2 rounds on the defender side is pretty tragic right now.
Yeah. Okay. Funny start. Sad ending here. This is going to be a good buy round, though, here for GOMA, but, we've seen when TUBEPLE is really on point on the offense, they're very hard to stop. Boombot going to be sent out here. It'll have to be shot down by the Omen.
This planet's a little bit slower. A little bit of creep in mid going on. Ooh, Selig. Very nice shot. Okay, solid start to the round. Wall going to be broken down a little bit here in mid. Slow Orb will come out in response.
Persia gets the reload. Still waiting here. Again, Sage walls in mid are so strong. You don't have that much time in a round and, even to invest that much to try to kill it off. But they're going to be going back over to A. The Cypher maneuvering through sewers here. The rest already almost to ramps.
Dark cover to block off screen. Selig, I was going to say, he's got to get himself onto the side very quickly. They'll just check with that from the shadows. They spot the Killjoy here on the side. He charging right through the Nano Swarm. Tries to go in for some utility, but does get cut down. Good shot there from Risk. Dink into the finish on the head.
Risk is absolutely crushing this game. He's getting such good engages. Spike planted for corner. Sage wall comes down. She'll prop herself up on that. Get some headshots from above. We've got 2 coming through screens, 1 through heaven here. The breach up above. Flash comes in.
Turn away on the blinds. Wall getting broken down. Babo taking the shot, finds it, pushes the corner, spots the enemy Sage, but it's in the rough spot.
Nez.
1v2, Persia.
Persia
Looking
coming in.
for it. They're in onto the spike. He manages to find one. They're going to stick for it. Actually pulls up for a moment. Felix does manage to outgun him. They could even go for a res. Yeah, I was going to say, to get the extra weapon. So we'll do just that.
Yeah, smart play there. And a very much needed win here for GOMA.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what, 9 rounds now in the books, 6-3. So 3 more to go. If they can run with a little bit of momentum here off the back of that, then maybe they could tie this up. Given that they do have that defender's advantage. Weapons slightly not going to be favored for them. Half armor for Nez, a Spectre for Pods, but does have that Rolling Thunder. So if we see TBP storm onto a site, they definitely can delay for a considerable amount of time.
Okay, Aka1 pushing up through mid. Sage wall not set up just yet. Just going to hang on to it for a little bit longer.
Selig, I thought he was going to go for the chase when he heard the jump away.
Yeah, you can listen to Sewers from that position over there.
Babo spotting one for just a second. Fault line going to be used. He sticks in the corner of the slow orb, stopping any further aggression from coming in.
They're up in mid now.
Yeah.
And they're going to come right through Mail and right into heaven here.
Oh.
Nez gets the kill there, but again, uh-oh. Awkward moment here. Supply going to hang back, but I think, you know, when you see nobody come down, the answer is pretty clear.
You just need it.
Damn, nice.
Definitely need it now. Going for the drop, but never mind. Aka1 will get that kill. He moving up into heaven. Poison orb committing. Makes it to the opposite side, finds Pods. Still do have Nez alone on the site.
Oh, yeah, this is awkward for Nez here. People coming around from every single angle here.
Well, the Viper's pit. Oh, the jump in. He will manage to make that a 1-for-1 before getting taken out. So now we have a 2v2, and that's going to be the Viper's pit gone. They get the interruption. Poison Cloud's going to drop. Aka1 looking for the shot, sends a rocket in, but doesn't make it around the corner, so does not get the damage through, and Selig is prepared. GOMA starting to pick up the pace.
It's getting closer. Another win here for GOMA. Very well played. They also managed to burn through that Viper ult. They really didn't get much value out of that in that fight.
Nope.
We do watch out, though. Selig is ready with the knives, and we know that never goes well. That's what I'm most worried about right now.
I think this...
I'm worried, man.
This will be, what, the 4th? The 4th of the day? Maybe the 5th?
Yeah.
Either way, every time he has used the Blade Storm, he has killed nobody and died immediately.
Yeah.
Maybe he's learned. He hasn't
maybe
popped
he's learned.
it yet.
You just have to pretend that she doesn't have an ulti.
He doesn't need to use it right now, so he doesn't have that Phantom.
Okay.
Yeah, Selig reminds me a little bit of myself.
And that you can't use a Blade Storm ulti well.
It's
Dude, it's actually so hard to use.
I'm just so bad with it. I'll have like one good game where I'll pop off with it. I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should practice Jet more. And then every other game is just terrible.
Ooh,
Supply shuts down that opening. They know that he's still going to be nearby. Babo creeping up through that slow orb. Does find the shot. Gets another one. Oh,
Babo!
Man. 3! Oh, has the res now. Babo has just dragged us back from the brink. Puts Aka1 back into the fight. Huge plays from him. Cannot quite close out that 4th kill. But rest easy, Babo. You have done your duties.
Now we go to the last round in the first half. TUBEPLE with so much momentum. Again, Babo, so clutch.
Selig's going in for the op now.
Selig not going to use the knives.
I
think he actually is going to avoid using the knives. Like we were joking about it, but
I think if he's going to stick with the operator off the start, he's going to pop the Blade Storm so he has it in case somebody gets close range on him.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, first he wants to get set up for this. He's just eating damage.
I don't think anybody's going to peek here.
Okay, he knows that that's not going to spot him.
Yeah, that'll bounce around. Uh-oh, here we go! Selig gets the kill on Aka1. Feed it into the op snipe.
Okay. And there you go. It's been popped. He's making his way into mid.
Oh, the knives are out.
Does he get a kill after using the Blade Storm?
Is this a
question here,
story
ladies and gentlemen.
of redemption? You can do it, Selig. He's ready. The The spike is going up towards A. Cypher quietly maneuvering through sewers. Back at A, Killjoy and her utility wait. We have an Omen and a Breach pushing out into B garage. I think pretty quickly they're going to have to be ready for a attack sprung. Okay, that should sound the alarms here.
Yep, slow orb out onto screens. And that'll be a little bit of poison. Felix.
So there's a lockdown. Now, you can get into A and plant and really not be punished by the lockdown if you can hug that corner. There's 2 corners for this specific lockdown. Can he get there in time? Sage is over there.
You managed to make it in. Shots coming in, Nez. Nice.
Oh, that was nasty.
Does find risk.
Sage dive.
He got it!
He did it!
He got the kill on the Babo. Final one of the round.
It's a sign.
Well, 7-5.
Very close.
Still concerning, given that we now have TBP moving over to the defender side with a round lead. But GOMA, they've had some moments here.
They have. They certainly have.
5 of them, to be precise.
Yes, to be exact about it, they've had 5 moments. But what they need is 13 total.
Yes.
Or maybe some extra moments in overtime. We'll see.
All right, well, as per usual, pistol round going to be good. GOMA, I mean, if they could get that just to, net like 2 rounds right off the bat on the attack, it would be really, really huge for them because they need everything that they can get. TUBEPLE, if they get an advantage, they should be able to really just snowball this out of control into their favor as the defenders. As soon as you start seeing things like, maybe Babo with an AWP, or if Aka1's going to be picking it up, given that he's playing the Rays.
Yeah.
That's when you know that things have really taken a turn and do not look good.
All right. The second half in the last match is starting now. A very soft lead here for TUBEPLE. Could have been much stronger, but GOMA fought back and fought back well. The pistol the pistol round is so important here. It's going to be GOMA here with the spike, and they've had success in the past when they're on the spike side here. TUBEPLE will be defending. Seen that Viper wall used defensively to cut off vision into upper mid here, as well as through garage. And with the Cypher camera watching for B, they can have light defense there. Sage's wall was used over at A. They shot that down, but are now going back.
Oh. One might not realize it, but he did get that tag in on the pods. Can retreat and get healed up by Felix.
This could be a very effective invasion of the B site. I mean, the camera does not count as defense, right? I mean,
I don't know how I feel. This is an odd wall placement.
He can watch himself, too. He's a narcissist. He can see himself up there. All right. Attack comes in. Ghost shots coming out.
Looks like they get a little bit of extra damage on the entry.
Spike not planted yet.
Right click's coming through from Persia. Manages to find one, but Selling trades it back. Spike now planted. One trying to get healed up. Just spraying away with a frenzy, but now just has 10 bullets left. Needs to swap out to a different weapon.
Spike ticks away. This Omen smoke so difficult to deal with, comboed with the Sage wall.
Selling, they still have 2 lurking in the back of sight. They start tapping the spike. There's the push. They find one. Babo cleaning it up, and there you go. The closeout comes through.
Damn.
It's looking tense. It looked like maybe GOMA was going to be able to pull that off. It was a decent entry onto the site, but it just kind of falls apart at the end.
And now they know they're extremely well positioned for the second half of the third match here. They've won that, and as we say all the time here, you usually win the second round if you won the first round.
Unless you're TUBEPLE from the first.
Yeah, unless it's today's cast, which nothing that is normal in Valorant is happening. But so that should be, at least idea-wise, a guaranteed win there, putting that 9-5, unless TUBEPLE really screws up somehow here.
Yeah.
It's a very heavy save round for GOMA, who is going to be buying rifles as we go into round 3.
Oh. Close call there. Nade out, not going to get too much damage in. Risk. Trying to follow the trajectories here to figure it out. He's got it.
Risk, map hacks in his brain. Just fires right through that.
What? That's not what you wanted. Hit the button a little bit too soon, so it doesn't get to try to lob that one over towards Mail. Selig is probably saying like, Felix, can you come heal me up real quick? Doesn't happen. Push out, Dink's there. Pods just surrounded at the moment.
Okay.
There's Hia. This is just going to be the cleanup as Nez falls.
I mean, that's what we thought was going to happen. Damn, we're good.
Don't need a third eye to see that coming.
Yeah. I was right. The Spectres are better than the Pistols. So now we go to the important third round. If GOMA cannot win this, I actually think they will lose this entire map here.
I agree.
This is the most important round
100%.
if they are to take only the first step in their comeback.
Yeah.
Which is one of many steps if they are going to execute this correctly.
It's just a rough spot that they're in right now. Babo just going to be going for the stinger. Says, I'm not, I don't need to go for a rifle here. Just going to play close. See if I can just pick them all off as they come through that poison orb.
See if that gun can vomit out bullets any faster.
I mean, hey, when
Fires
everybody
at a comical rate.
When everybody gets insta-decayed from walking through that poison orb, that stinger can get some serious stuff done. He will just use a defensive wall, though, to block off a main. Granted, Selig, he could always updraft over this if he really wants to. He's out of audio range. He actually could do it.
Yeah, I think you're right. The Sage is running now with the spike here towards A. So they don't want to kill the wall until they have to. So the Babo's doing peeks over and over here, and this is going to be really strong if she fires or if he fires this out. I hate with that when I cast. It's like the gender of the agent versus the gender of the player. Okay, here we go. Very important moment because that's going to give the defending team TUBEPLE some time to try to come in here and cover.
I mean, they just say, like, you know what? We can't push through this. We can't push through the smoke right now.
He immediately kills pods there and zip lines.
Okay, they do go for it.
I mean, they don't even know what they're running into right now. Mostly bullets. Aka 1 going to peek around here. On the opposite side of the pillar is Selig. Gets the kill on this onto Sage. Selig returns the favor.
Supply picks up Risk. 3v3 as the spike starts to get planted, and Babo, he's just got the stinger. It's not going to be the best in range, so needs to be scouting in, going for the burst fire. He finds one, but Selig comes around the corner, gets him. Persia now here, just looking to finish off this.
Damn!
He's got the headshot. He'll get the defuse after scooping the Vandal for himself. And I mean, yeah, this feels like it's over. 10 rounds now to 5 on split.
Yeah.
GOMA not able to close out the rifle round. It just seems like TVP should be able to just scoop this one up.
Such a painful moment there, too, because that could have gone either way. I mean, that's a 1v1, plenty of time on the clock there for the spike. So it's going to be a real moral blow here to TUBEPLE. Well, by the way, guys, we do have the bracket draw after the game 3 tonight.
As a reminder,
so you are actually not allowed to turn the stream off just yet.
We'll have the close out of this interview with whoever is the is our MVP. And then, of course, we'll have that bracket draw.
Right now, looking like Persia with how well he's playing.
Has been great. That's going to be the Blade Storm coming through from Selig again.
Oh, no. All right, Selig.
He got a kill last time.
He did. Hopefully, it's the start of something great.
He won the round. Just uses him to try to break
down the ice wall. Like, no, Selig, why?
Everybody going to be rotating, looking for the hit onto A yet again. Babo situated up top on ramp this time with a vastly superior weapon for the range that he's playing with. They're just going to wait for this wall to break down. Or they're going to boost over.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, he jumps in. He gets the kill. That's Babo gone. Selig asserting some dominance. He's 1 HP.
Oh.
He follows up for a second one. Oh, man, are you joking? Huge play from Selig.
Oh, whips that one. Picked off.
I mean, that's still going to be fine. That gives him the advantage now. Blind coming through. They do spot him out with that neural theft, but the punish comes in onto Aka 1 instantly. Pod slowing him up with the fault line. As they push out, they dance around. 2 approaching from the ramp.
Risk gets a kill over there. Gonna try to take a fight here. A double kill now by Risk. Not much time left on the clock, though.
Yep, he has opened up screens. Still a bit to be concerned about. The Nanoswarm going to be lobbed in by Supply to try to buy some extra time. TP across, Nez up top, waiting to hear the tap on the spike. Hears it now, throws out that paranoia, and tries to go for the spray, but Risk is playing so well defensively, and they don't know where he's at. They finally get the tap onto him, and then he needs to stick in for this defuse. He cannot do it, and the clutch will come through. GOMA will stay alive for a little bit longer, but unfortunately Supply can't hold on to his weapon.
That was crazy. It looked like the crosshairs weren't going to line up with the agent defusing, but in the last second, gets the shot, kills the Omen off. Not enough time on the clock to get that defuse. 6th win here. Can GOMA keep it going, though? That's the question. A save round now for TUBEPLE.
Yeah, they need to keep it going. This is definitely the chance to bring it a little bit closer. Great start from Selig. I mean, falls so low, goes down to 1 HP because of the decay. Nails the right click, does end up whiffing the next one, but it's already so much damage done. If he doesn't get one of those 2 kills that he got, then we're looking at TUBEPLE winning the round, for sure.
Right.
Lockdown off the bat going to be used. This is not a fake. They're actually going to be committing in onto the B side. Just nobody clear this. And Persia, he is still just chilling here.
This is a wild moment.
Okay. Oh! It works! He gets detained, but he takes down 2 with him.
Sick.
Oh my god, do we actually see a thrifty turnaround win?
So smart. Because you want to get there like right as the lockdown activates to see if you can get any punishes off.
They have a res, but they're not going to move up and try to look for this. Seems like they think it's going to be just a little bit too risky. He, in the meantime, is just smoking up mid, making sure that nobody's going to be rotating over to the side. He's wary that this is going to be a wraparound to A, and they need to cover this because, you know, they don't have anybody on it at the moment, so.
Yeah, there are some blind spots here depending on where we see player movement here. And it does look like that Killjoy is going to come through that Viper ulti. They are going to get the res.
Do they just peek on the res? They did not. Blind comes in. It's good. Aqua 1 falling. Babo. Classics down Felix. Does get traded out by Pods. Here on the site is Risk. So very low. Run in from the Viper. Heard by Supply. Gets the finish.
Risk so clutch, though. 23 HP. Going to be very difficult against 2 nearly full hit point agents.
Yeah, he just needs to try to play to upset economy right now. Throws out a smoke.
Yeah, makes this position a lot more ambiguous. Might want to try to push in from his side here.
Oh, either way he takes this, it's so very
Oh
risky.
my god, he doesn't know where they are. They're both just inside of his own smoke.
He's gonna try to wait for this to dissipate. He does. Okay. Oh! Risk, are you kidding?
I can't even believe this. So insane.
What? 23 HP? Incredible from Risk!
And the patience to know that his Omen smoke would dissipate, and of course they're going to be watching the spike. Ingenious.
Oh
and
my.
Even the wherewithal to switch to the classic and right-click the skull of the final player. One of the best rounds I've ever seen.
Oh, I mean, this thing started off so wildly. I mean, the lockdown, Persia just saying, screw it, I'll eat the detain, I'll die, but I'm gonna take, you know, at least 1 person with me, gets 2 with the Bucky.
Persia started it, but Risk ended
sorry.
it.
The shorty.
The shorty, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We've got Sage right now with the op.
That's just a kick in the gut.
Oh, it's brutal.
Oh.
Supply with the whiff there.
He whiffs, but Selig does not. One dead.
Blinded here and an easy kill from Risk.
They caught both of them too, so Persia gets the free peek to finish off Supply.
Right now, GOMA's got to pick a spike site and just hope that Risk and Persia are not there. You've been in complete control so far. We have Selig here with 10 hit points. No more armor.
Yep. Spamming around. Gonna find some stray shots.
Risk is actually pushing out now and could end up catching Nez. Oh, no. He's going to just move through that.
I was gonna say, probably not very grateful for that wall timing if somebody was camping it, but they've rotated fully off the B site.
They're going to get on
around from behind. Yeah,
there's a blind spot here. They did not predict this correctly. And this is going to be bad here for TUBEPLE.
Shots coming in.
It's not undoable, but I mean, this is a kind of an ideal situation. They went right in between the agent movement, and now they can set up a pretty solid defense.
Oh, well, that's going to be the res used by Bobo. So 5v3 with Selig on 10 health. Spot pods in the backside. Can smoke him off if they want to. Selig now gone, but yeah, Aqua just gets up close and personal, finishes him off.
Yeah,
there's the closeout. And that's 12 rounds now for TVP. One more to go as they look to close out yet another map, 13-6.
Yeah. This has been such an impressive showing here from TUBEPLE. I mean, I don't think that GOMA's going to win the next 6 games. I know I'm very brave for saving that. I mean, I know, you needed a guy like me to come out and just try to speak the truth here.
So
but it looks like,
controversial, yet so brave.
Yes. But TUBEPLE should just walk out with a victory here. GOMA looked so strong on the second map there on Bind, but they are not delivering here on Split.
Oh, Akawan, he's going in. He lets a rocket loose. Doesn't get a kill. It's like, I know I spotted somebody. Turns around and does get his head taken off there by Pods. As he risks dipping into the corner, but Nez gets the finish. As he had already TP'd in onto the side, Hia is dead. And, it's the start of a long and winding road, but this is looking like GOMA should be able to take this to move up to 7 rounds. Persia. Spot supply.
GOMA could do this. It could be the start of something incredible, something historic.
Rolling Thunder is up.
But
Felix gone.
Oh my God.
Persia, are you joking?
Doing this. He's just insane.
Oh, the neural theft, Persia! How are you gonna do him like this?
I can't believe this.
They'll use the wall. They can't peek from that side. They know that Nez has to be in this back cubby. He's gonna TP up top. Gets onto the ice wall, and they're just gonna be holding this. He gets the kill. Persia needs to get 4. He cannot do it! Oh, Nez! He clutches it out with 3 kills of his own. Spike will go off, and Nez does hold on to his gun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because it was that close to the very end there, the explosion didn't quite catch up to him. Okay, so 12-7. GOMA needs to just rinse and repeat.
Yeah. 5 more times.
5 more times. It is possible, man.
Oh, it certainly is.
But you're seeing how scary TUBEPLE is. I mean, there's these moments where that should have actually been a pretty straightforward closer there, but Persia took out 3 of the players.
Uh-oh. This is really aggressive from Bobo. He does manage to find 1. Jump up, comes through, throw down the slow orb, gets the heal onto himself, but is still in a rough spot. He finds supply, then Selig gets dropped, so Bobo does manage to survive, gets himself relocated to a safer location.
Akawan screws up that move there, but gets the kill there.
They're hungry for it. They want the finish.
Yeah, they're closing out.
Last
hard.
member left. Nez saying, why did I use my ult in the last round?
Good luck, Nez. I think every miracle in the world couldn't save him now. He does have the spike. He does not have a teleport.
It's an effective 3.5v1. You put Bobo and Hia's HP bars together, but Akawan, he's got it. A flawless finish for 13-7.